Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another Ramadan staple in Moroccan households, and this one it has different names, and I think it depends on the region. So in the northern region we say Sfouf, and I think that when you go a little down, it's like Casablanca and all the other regions, they call it Slou. Personally, in my household, we call it po because this has a very special story. As a kid, I either misheard it or I was not able to speak up or say the full words. So my little brain could only make out the words po, and we've been calling it po ever since. And it's very delicious, very filling, and very beautiful, and I highly recommend making it. So let's show you guys. So in order to make this recipe, you're going to need half a kilogram of almonds that we've roasted in the oven. You can also peel them and fry them if you want to. We just prefer doing it this way. We have here also half a kilogram of roasted sesames, and here we have some toasted oats, and also half a kilogram. You can also use flour if you want to. We just prefer using oats. We have honey, and that depends on your preference. Just you can make it as sweet as you want it. Here we need half a nutmeg, 20 grams of fennel that has been roasted and blended, of course, and sifted. 10 grams of anise, same way. 10 grams of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and here we have a few pieces of musk. I think we used about 4, with a pinch of sugar, and we've broke it down. And here we have our oil and butter. We have almost 1 cup of oil and about 200 grams of butter. And we've boiled both of them just so that even if they sit for a long time, they don't release their flavor. Our first step, of course, this needs to be blended until powder-like, and then we're going to sift it because we need the flour, or the oat flour. We're going to blend about 400 grams of this and leave 100 grams out. And for our almonds, we're going to just pulse them because we still want them to be to still give us some texture. After blending your oats, this is what they should look like, fine powder consistency. And we're going to sift it and put it into a large bowl, and you need something with a lot of space and surface area so that you can mix everything in. So we just finished blending everything together. This is our oat flour that we've sifted. And this is our sesame that we've also just blended. This is our almonds, and this is our whole sesame seeds. And this looks like a large quantity already, and they are overlapping. Now we're going to add everything except for the honey, butter, and oil, and we'll mix them all together. So we'll start by adding the salt, the sugar musk mixture, the cinnamon, anise, fennel, lastly a nutmeg, and we're using half a nutmeg. We're just going to mix all of this together, and then we're going to start adding in our liquids. So I've changed to a much larger mixing, it's not a bowl, it's gasa. I've changed to a larger one because that one was too small and it would spill everywhere. So this one I have more surface to work in. So after mixing in all of our dry ingredients, now we're going to start adding the wet ones, and I'm starting with the honey. I'll probably add half now and then I'll test for the sweetness. And now we're going to add half of our butter, as well as half of our oil. And now I'm just going to start mixing it all in, and then I'll see what is lacking. So consistency, sweetness, I'll taste as I go along. So I still haven't reached my desired consistency. So I think that I will be adding the rest of my honey, butter, and oil, and I might still need to add more butter and oil later on. So I've added some more honey to my mixture because I don't think it was sweet enough. And here I have some butter melting, about 50 grams to add. I didn't end up adding all of that 50 grams of butter, and I've mixed this really well. So now we're just going to let it sit. Usually we'll leave it overnight just for all the flavors to like mix in and incorporate all together. So it's been over 24 hours, and of course everything has incorporated well together. And I've moved surfaces because the kitchen is very crowded, and it's very, I don't know, you don't really find the time to clean it up during the preparations of Ramadan. So now we're just going to start shaping them. I mean, you can put it in a bowl and just eat it that way, it's fine. But we prefer to mold them because they're more fun this way and they look nice and appealing. I mean, just look at these cute. And we're just going to put them in one of the molds and we're going to try to shape it. And we top it with a fried almond on top. To continue this process, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So this is what they look like now that we've molded them. They're different shapes and they look so beautiful and very appetizing, at least. And everyone has a different recipe for this. So some people, it depends on the consistency. Some people like it sandy, some people like it sticky. So for example, in my household, my mom prefers it sandy, whereas my dad prefers them sticky. So the type that my mom prefers is probably not going to be molded into these shapes. Personally, I don't mind either. I already know what this tastes like, of course, but let's just try it. So glad we didn't end up blending our almonds to get them to a fine powder consistency, because they gave us this nice texture. And of course the other ingredients, some have been blended really well. We left some whole, and all the different textures together make this amazing recipe. And yeah, I really like these, and I know they're not healthy, but practically anything that's Moroccan during Ramadan is not healthy, and we know that. It's a lot of sugar and it's fried and all of that, but all that stuff runs deep into the Moroccan roots, and we cannot live without these during Ramadan. They're an essential, especially these make for nice thing to eat during Sfouf, because it's very nice and filling and you won't really feel hunger like throughout the day, which will keep you going on, so it's always a bonus. So this concludes today's video. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching today's video, and if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can support me to make more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.